Welcome back. So, I've heard a lot of people saying a lot of good things about Everwind. And I agree, but there's one word that keeps coming up when people want to describe this game. And I understand why that word comes up, but I kind of want to encourage people to not use that word. And that word is Minecraft. Because this game is not Minecraft. Yes, both games use an open world voxel based procedurally generated map. But that is where the difference ends. Saying that this game is like Minecraft is like saying Fallout is like Call of Duty because they both have guns and a first person shooter playstyle. Just like Call of Duty and Fallout are wildly different games, Everwind and Minecraft are also wildly different games. And I'd like to show you guys some of the major ways in which they differ. So, when you talk about how Everwind is different from Minecraft, you have to start with the airships. This is probably the biggest departure, pun intended, from Minecraft in Everwind. The fact that, and I know I'm not the only person that's done this. I've spent countless hours in Minecraft building ships or building aircrafts, and then lamenting that, well, it's just a pile of blocks, it doesn't actually move. And so for Everwind to introduce this mechanic where you have a ship that you can customize and then you can get in it and fly away is incredible. There's upgrades to speed, upgrades to altitude, upgrades to size. It is, the potential is limitless. So number 2 is obviously the skill trees and what seem to be classes. Now, on this page, we can see that there are 3, I don't know if I want to call them classes, but I don't have a better word for it. So we're going to call these classes. There's the warrior, the arcanist, and the engineer. 3 obviously very different playstyles. And while we have not seen what the skills or the skill trees for the arcanist or the engineer look like, we have seen a good 2/3 of the warrior tree. And there's some very interesting skills here, and clearly 2 different areas of specialization. Here I've built a character that's mostly focused on archery, but you can see from a lot of these skills that it's entirely possible to build a character that's entirely focused on melee, and that would really wall up enemies if you did. Given this, I have high hopes for what the arcanist and what the engineer are going to be capable of. This is probably my favorite item on the list. Look at the detail. The fine detail on this console, on the cockpit. Look at the detail on the engines. Or I should say the energy generators. Look at, this is a crafting table. In Minecraft, it's just a cube. Look at, this is a block station. There's pencils and blueprints and nails and hammers and chisels. Look at the detail on the carpentry. There's a book here and nails and a saw. There's a vice grip on the side of the, here, look at this. There's a vice grip on the side of the smithing station. And the repair station is an actual anvil. There's such detail here, but that's not all. Look at the animation of this fire. This is gorgeous fire. It almost looks cel shaded. It's so vivid and so bright. Look at this torch down here. Look at that animation. It's brilliant. But even if we go down and look at some of the decorations, like look at the banner. It's all tattered. It's got holes. You can see it looks like there's stitches in here, like someone tried to fix it a long time ago. Look at this flag. How it waves in the wind. The little details, the animations. And even, if you look at the fine detail on the armor, compared to just the smooth chest plate you get in Minecraft. Look at the different styles. But even when we're not talking about decorations like these gorgeous statues that you can put all over your base, look at these chandeliers. You can cluster items. Look, they don't just have plates. You can have stacks of plates. You can have clusters of chalices, of iron chalices, of beer mugs. You can have, let's go, look at this bookshelf. Look at the detail. It's not just a square. And even, you got to see this part down here. Stacks of scrolls, piles of books, bigger piles of books. You could put this next to like a potion station to make it look like there's a bunch of random potions. Or you could put this next to like a table with some plates and stuff to make it look like a little mini bar. There's wall decorations. There's so much detail. And of course, green light. There's more than one color of light in this game. We've only got green in the demo, but you can bet there's probably going to be reds and blues and other colors in the full release. There's so much detail, so much growth, so much development. The aesthetics of this game. Look at the inlays on these chests. Look at this. This is stunning. Look, they have practice targets. It's just, it looks so good. So the next two parts are large bits of speculation on my part, but they do have supporting evidence. Now, we've already seen in the demo that there are forms of spellcasting, and we know there's an Arcanist skill tree, but I think there's more than that. If we watch this video right here, real slow, you'll notice that right here, there's just a skeleton. But then the character pulls out a spell book, that's what this is right here, or at least I think it is, and he casts a spell that puts this blue aura on the skeleton's feet, and then summons these two bone rat creatures. So I think that in addition to elemental magic, there's going to be summoning magic. There's going to be some pretty advanced spellcasting system in this game, which is something that is just completely absent in Minecraft. While Minecraft does have some hints of lore passively implied in the architecture and carvings of some of its structures, we know from the roadmap they showed us on the website that this game is going to have a formal, actively engaged in story mode. And we've already received some tantalizing bits of lore from various videos and statues throughout the demo. I'm not going to go too deep into it here because I'm actually working on a lore deep dive video that I'm going to be putting out later. But for now, suffice it to say, there's going to be a very deep story here. I really do enjoy Minecraft. In fact, I love Minecraft. I've played it for a very long time, and I will probably continue playing it in the future. I just, as a Minecraft player and as an Everwind player, I don't want the games to be compared because I really don't believe they're the same. I don't think it does justice to either game. I think using Minecraft as a yardstick diminishes Everwind, and I think comparing Everwind to Minecraft diminishes Minecraft as just being another one in a crowd of clones. And both are incorrect. Both are great games, and there's a place in the world for both games, but they are quite different. In the meantime, thanks for checking out my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.